Okay, today is July 17th. This is team call for team making, no, team, who are we? Team Be the Change. I don't know who I am.
We're part of so many teams. It just happens.
It just happens. Okay, so what I'm going to cover today is so there's so much from Summit that I can't wait to just I've got a whole notebook that I'm going through. I want to break down. And as soon as I start getting things out, I'll start putting more in the page. But I felt like the talk that Chalene Johnson did on social media and what is working in 2017 is probably the most important thing that we can really start applying today. And then at the end of the call, I'll talk just a little bit about Team Cup, since I know you guys aren't really familiar with it. Chalene is awesome in person. She's super inspiring, and she was in these crazy platform stiletto heels and dancing and basically doing flips. Anyway, so she is talking. So last year in 2016, network marketing was still, I don't want to say it was new on social media, but it had not taken off quite like it is now. So everybody's in network marketing. Everybody has, their product, what they're doing, and they love to just talk about it. And kind of what you see a lot is people will post stock photos, and you know exactly what they're doing, exactly what they're selling, and you just it makes you want to run the other way because what they're doing is trying to sell you. So since that is so prevalent, what is really working now is what she calls curiosity marketing. And what that is you basically, as little as possible, you talk about the company and the name of the product. You talk about it, but you don't name names. You don't say, I work for Beachbody and I'm doing the PiYo workout. You just say, I'm doing this awesome program. I want to, I need something new. So I'm trying this great new program. The end. Talk about it. You can talk about the details of it. You just don't say the name. And so the story that she told was she saw this photo that this girl posted, and she finished a workout and she looked great. She had on wear and share, which is if you have a shift shop shirt or a Beachbody pants or whatever. So she was wearing all this stuff and talking about naming the name of the program. And Chalene said that 97% of the comments were comments about, girl, what shoes are those? Oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Oh my God, what shoes are you wearing? Those are amazing. And nobody asked any questions about her program because they felt like they knew it all already. So it's people are curious. When they only know a little bit, they're very curious. And when they feel like they know it all, they lose interest. So let's see, I'm breaking down my notes here. So the point of this is we want people to need us as coaches, because when they know the name of something, they can immediately go to Google. And when you're on Google, you can type in the name of something. Oftentimes you're going to find negative reviews. You're going to, find people who are that's a bunch of baloney. Even just, searching YouTube, I've seen so many why Beachbody is such a scam and why I'm so glad I got out. I mean, we don't want people to go and find that. We want people to talk to us. We want to share our experience with it, because that's what people are going to connect with. Because the people who we are talking to, they already know us. They already trust us. They already like us. And they're going to be more inclined to get on board with something when they have a recommendation from somebody they know, versus seeing negative reviews on Google and it'll be oh my gosh, don't do it. And so, and then the other possibility is, if they don't know you that well, they may find another coach who they feel like they connect with better. There's a lot of, people can search, not necessarily search coaches, but when you go on YouTube, people bring up videos, and you can see other coaches and what they post. And, so we want to keep our people that we are connecting with, kind of tuned into us. And we want to be able to have, be able to give them the information. We want to be able to build the relationship with them. And so it's much easier when we have them one-on-one and we're not like competing with the internet and Google. So kind of the new approach that she suggested. So there's like what worked last year just simply doesn't work. And what worked last year is probably some things that I may have told you or that you've seen other people doing. And it's when you're talking to somebody and you say something like, have you ever tried, working out at home, or this, that, and the other thing, or, a meal replacement shake, or have you ever considered, that kind of throws up red flags with people because they're like, she's trying to sell me something. Even if, they may know that you are a coach, or they may know that you are, somebody who may have something to do with like health and fitness. And if they're still feeling you out and they feel like you're trying to sell them, 9 times out of 10, they're going to just like put up a wall. So what really works is like when you're posting on social media, you can still totally, talk about it up and down. Say something like, like Shift Shop. So I started Shift Shop today. Amazing, by the way. Such a fan. And I did the Chris Downing workout at Summit. Holy cow. He's incredible. This is awesome. I can't wait. Okay. So I started that today. So probably tomorrow or, the next couple of days, I'm going to say something like, I needed something new. I needed, a new program. So I'm trying this new program and it's amazing and I love it. And then like, I'll just kind of go on and just like, I'll talk about it, but I won't say what it is. The other thing is like, so if I wanted to talk about Daily Sunshine, I would say, I love have something super healthy and easy that I can feed Garrett. Cause like I make him those, like reusable, I've got these reusable pouches and I make him up like blended smoothies full of all kinds of stuff. And I have to like pour them into the pouches and put them in the freezer and all these ingredients and everything. And so I'll probably do a post like that and I'll say, I love that it's super easy. The end. So she has she's got like 3 rhymes that she talked about that kind of reference a lot of things that maybe we have heard in training videos or that we used over the last, like people, this worked last year and for several years. And so there's 3 rhymes. So the first one is borrowed words are for the birds. Meaning you want to put your own, like I know in this Popping Emeralds group, Melissa gave us a bunch of scripts to use and none of those actually did very well for me. And I think it's because I didn't change them enough. And I feel like I saw everybody else posting the exact same thing. And not to say anything about me, this isn't like against what Melissa is having us do. Like these are her words and they work really well for her. But maybe they didn't resonate with us and maybe they didn't resonate with the people who are following us and who we are inspiring just because they don't sound, it didn't sound like our words. So basically, what Chalene means by that is write your own script. Like, and Sunshine, I know I may have told you like, try using scripts, see if they work for you. But, and I think they're good, but I think you have to change them enough to really make it your own. So, and I'm not saying like if you've got, like, I know Melissa's got a bunch of scripts on her files, and they're great. Sunshine, are you raising your hand? Would you like to speak? You're unmuted.
Yes, Miss Williams. I was just going to say, I didn't have a really good response to the scripts either.
Yeah.
And just now when you said, like, make it your own, I felt like it's like how when you told me in the beginning, like, if you're searching for a motivational quote online, don't just repost a picture, put a picture of you on it.
Yeah.
And I found like I've gotten better response when I've just said who I am and say it in my own words completely.
Yeah.
I feel like people that really know me on my Facebook can tell when I'm writing something that I didn't write. They're like, That doesn't sound like sunshine.
Yeah.
That was
No,
all I was
that's
going to say.
exactly right. That's a great analogy. It's a great analogy.
I'm going to mute myself again because I'll probably be screaming at toddlers in a minute. So
Excellent. Okay. Okay.
That's part of the reason I'm muted right now is because what they're doing in the background.
Good. Okay. Yeah, and that's great because especially like if this will be up for people to watch, like it's less distraction because I know like whoever speaks on Zoom, like your video pops up. So and even if you're not speaking, like even if people are typing and they're not muted, like they'll pop up because the microphone picks up their keystrokes. So good. I'm glad you're all up on the mute. But yes, exactly. Like, put in your own words and with photos too, Sunshine, like you said, it's more relatable if it's something that, even if it's not your own words on a quote, just to be able to make it your own and make it something that people relate to with you. So the next one is, don't tell me you're going to sell me. And so like not really analogy, but the way that she kind of talked about this one is if you make friends with somebody, so like say you're breaking into a cold market and you go and just kind of like request somebody as a friend from one of your groups, and they come to your page and all they see is like Beachbody, Beachbody, Shakeology, Country Heat, the end. Their little antenna are going to go up and they're going to be like, who's this girl and why did she friend request me? And they're probably just going to put up a wall. But if you have, and again, this is why, you really only want to post maybe once a day about something work related. And the rest is you and your family and your thoughts and your hobbies. So people really get to know you. So, and then, when you go and you post about, the program that you're doing or the shake that you're drinking or the community that you're a part of, or, you work from home, people are like, oh, what's that? Because they don't know very much. And then they see you through your life story that you post on Facebook. And then they're not immediately just turned off by the fact that you're a coach or that you have a, superfood Shakeology that you're trying to share with the world. So that's the second one. The third one is likes wear thin, questions are what win. And so this kind of relates back to when you post, like a lot of people really look at their likes and they're like, oh, that person had 237 likes on their photo. And obviously like the three of us are at this point, we're still breaking into expanding our network. And so we don't have probably, maybe some of us do. I don't have a lot of likes usually, but that is something I do. I look at the likes on my page and, and I look at the comments too. But her suggestion is if you're wanting to kind of see how your business is growing over time and really be able to have a metric that you can judge your growth by, is look at how many people ask questions on your photos and ask questions on your posts, because that means that you're truly engaging people and people aren't just like clicking like as they browse by. What you're saying makes them stop, makes them think, and intrigues them enough to ask a question about your post. So that's something that I'm kind of putting a lot of thought into this week, is like, what kind of question, not even questions, like what kind of posts can I put together that will be intriguing, that will stop people. Of course it goes back to visuals and graphics, but that's not everything. Like you want to post something that is interesting and appealing. Another quote that I heard at Summit is, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but you also often can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Meaning, if you feel like you're censoring yourself because you don't want to scare people away, those people that, may not be as interested in what you have to say, it doesn't matter what you say, they're still going to have their opinions. But if somebody really is your tribe and really, is interested in what you have in your life and what you could possibly offer them, and they want to be part of what you're doing, you can't say the wrong thing to them because they're still going to be interested. But that's something I have to continue to learn. So, cause again, like if you downplay yourself and you try to appeal to everybody, you're not going to appeal to anybody. Like you really want to have people who follow you just be passionate about you and like love you to death. And if there are people who don't like what you have to say, then they aren't your tribe. So that's also something that I'm working on. And sometimes people will unfollow you. Like I noticed the other day, like this girl who asked me about Shakeology, like all of a sudden she unfollowed me. So whatever, that's fine. Like, if they're not your people, then they're not going to be your people. So that's another little nugget that I'm working on repeating to myself, because it's, and it's hard to learn, but again, that's where personal development comes in. So make sure you're reading your PD. So that's all I have from her talk. Does anybody have any questions? Sunshine's gone, yelling at people. Okay. So the next thing is Team Cup. So what Team Cup is, I think it's twice a year. So they had one in February. They're going to have one in August. And Team Cup is basically where 2 diamond coaches, well, potentially. Okay, so you have to have at least 1 diamond as like a leader on the team, or diamond and above, I guess. And then the rest of the team typically is either coaches or emeralds. And it's basically like a mini, I don't know what you call it, like kind of like a training for the month, where the diamond or above coach will be focusing very closely in with the other 3 or 4 emeralds on the team. So this time, last in February, you could only have 1 diamond on a team, and this time they're allowing 2 diamonds on a team. So right now we have me, Amber with you, Sunshine, and Megan. So we've got 4 right now. So what I'm going to do is put it out, unless any of you have somebody who you are potentially signing up like immediately who would get on our team. Okay. Maybe Sunshine, when she comes back, I'll ask her. So I'll open it up to the groups then and say, like, we're looking for a 5th, could be a diamond or not. And so then we register our team, we come up with a team name, and then we get points based on, there's a couple of criteria. So like if anybody rank advances, I think you get, I don't remember any point. I don't remember the number of points. So you get points for rank advancement. You get points for every Success Club point that you earn. You get, and then you get, so like if the team as a whole, if everybody hits Success Club, then there's like an extra bonus gift. And then the whole kind of premise is that the teams compete for the total number of points that they earn. And then the team with the most points at the end of the month, like they get a trip to go to like Santa Monica to Beachbody headquarters, and like the second place team gets some prize. And so it's a big kind of a competitive thing. So, in addition to being able to be like in really close proximity with a small group and do a lot of like one-on-one training, checking in. So Beachbody will send out, I don't know if it's a weekly email, but they have like a lot of really good information, like videos from Summit like this year and last year, and like inspirational like things to talk about. And then if you do hit Success Club in August, the only way that you'll be able to qualify to get the Success Club reward is if you're on a Team Cup team. So that's kind of the gist of it. It's like the statistics have shown that coaches who are on teams, their income is something like 16% higher than people who are not on a team. It's a great driver for really just knuckling down, moving your business forward, and getting really good training too. So again, that's just kind of the gist of it. I will register us. We have to come up with a team name. And then once we're registered, you'll get an email, and then you don't have to do anything else. I don't know if I'll create a group. I might just do a message thread for all of us. If you guys think a group would be helpful, we can do that. Just whatever works. Sunshine, did you have another question, or is your hand still up? Okay, I'm going to put your hand down.
I'm shaking my head at the kids.
Okay. So that is that. Any questions?
Yeah, I heard you say when I was in the other room you were going to ask me something when I came back. What were you going to ask me?
Okay. So our teams, the teams are teams of 5. We've got 4 right now. And the question that I had was, so I was going to put it out there to the other, our upline teams, to say if anybody needs a team to join, unless you have somebody who's signing up this month or, soon, that would want to be a working coach and who we could put on the team. Holding.
I heard about 3 of your words because I had 2 toddlers screaming, "Mommy, Daddy, Mommy, Daddy," the entire time you were talking. So,
okay. Do you have a new coach signing up? Do you have somebody who's like, I'm signing up this month, absolutely, and I want to work?
I haven't had anybody say absolutely they were going to. I keep getting told that I've got 2 or 3 girls that are saying, yes, I'm going to do it as soon as I have my money together, but I don't know when that's going to be.
Okay. Well, I'll check in with you after the call. So if nobody does, then we can definitely, I'll post it in the upline groups, and we'll be able to get somebody that way. So you can't be a team unless you have a complete team. So we'll be sure to get a 5th person either way. So that is that. That's all I got in Team Cup. So that was a good time. Let's, you guys just I can just end the recording. We can just chat about work stuff. Any other questions about either Team Cup or social media via Shalene's talk? No? Okay. So I'm going to stop the recording.